Hello there. Good afternoon. It's about 2 o'clock on a cold day. Today I want to talk about something called pulling switches. I once pulled a single lever on a locomotive. I'm talking a real train. It was a monster locomotive. It was running. The gentleman that I knew and I was visiting walked me over, and I knew one of them was running, but I didn't know which one. I mean, the whole ground was shaking. I walked over to this locomotive, and we stepped up inside, and I realized that that was the one that was running. He explained to me the window in the front, and to be careful when you cross the tracks, because the locomotive engineer sees everything. Anyway, with that, he told me to push that lever forward. And with more power than I could ever imagine, I felt the movement. It wasn't fast. It was in the yard. But this giant locomotive started moving forward just at the single switch, pulling switches. Pulling switches in our house means something else. It is the action that makes things happen. So if you want to do something, you have to pull a switch. I'll give you some examples here, but pulling switch is the actual action that commands a reaction. So in this case, hit record for me. Whenever I hit record, I am pulling a switch. If I don't hit record, nothing happens. But if I hit record and post a video, something's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to be. Most of it don't know what's going to be when we pull a switch. But we at least have a goal, and we're going to shoot for that goal. So that's part of pulling switches. But you got to do the pull a switch first. Make a little money. Post something on Marketplace. Okay? Put it up. See it approved and online, you've pulled a switch. Something could probably come out of that because you pulled the switch. Another example, post eBay. You can make a little money, get you a little eBay account. That's a switch once you get it pulled, and then get something on eBay. Next thing you know, you're going to have to learn how to ship and do whatever you do, but next thing you know, you can participate in that community too. Write a book, write a song, sing it, record it, pull a switch, put it out there a little bit. Anything can happen once you pull a switch. If nothing else, you've accomplished something, but at the same time, if you can put it out there, that kind of pulls switches. So that's another great example. Apply for a job. You can sit there and go, man, I'd really rather have a better job. But you don't do anything. You just kind of go, I work here and this is the way it is. So next thing you know, you get on, jobs.com or indeed.com or whatever they are. You get on there and you start digging around. And the next thing you know, you're filling out an application. You're pulling a switch. Hit send. That's the switch. If you have to prepare to be able to pull the switch, that's typically the case. Buying or selling a piece of property, that's a pretty big switch. You write a contract. Even buying or selling a car, you got a little document that is actually the switch, and you sign the little document and something happens from that. So any of those are pulling switches. They actually make something happen. Create things, start something, start a business. You knit. Okay, well, knit something up and put it out there. Woodworking. You enjoy woodworking. I see people refurbishing furniture. It's amazing what people get for something that they get for free. It's old, 50s, 60s with old hardware on it, and they refinish it, and it looks absolutely beautiful, and then they put it out on Marketplace. They've pulled a switch. Now they're going to make something happen because somebody's going to respond and come in and go get it. So, you can start anything. It can be, something simple. It can be something complicated. I mean, it doesn't. But think about pulling switches. So next time when you think to yourself, I'd really like to get a better job. Think about the switches that it requires to pull to make that happen. And then, once again, I'm a believer in pads and pencils and write stuff down and make your own lists. And then once you start doing that, the lists develop. Page 2 is a little more detail about item number 1. I think those kind of things are, really a good thing to, do and make a plan. Pull some switches. Make stuff happen for yourself. Do it with what you love. I do think that if you can kind of do things that you love, like if you love sewing, put something out there like that, and see if people don't want it. Have fun with it. Anyway, you take care. I thank you for following the end of this. Make lists, write stuff down, pull some switches, and focus on the items that actually make it happen. The actual listing, the actual thing that you do that pulls the switch. And it's the write the contract, it's the put the listing on, it's the hit record and pull some switches. Have fun with it.